Okay, let's move on to the French for unboxing their expansions. So we have all four here: infantry brigade, light cavalry brigade, heavy cavalry brigade and French middle and old guard. Start on the infantry brigade. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to release these as separate videos or just lump them all together, but we'll see as we go along. So again, we'll remove the shrink wrap before we play around with the box too much to remove reflections. And if you haven't seen it already, on the Prussian unboxing I did comment about the artwork of these boxes. Just thought they were really well framed, the dark blue background, very good paint jobs really popping from the box. Type of font they use, like I said, the paint job quality itself, and then just a faint outline of the faction or race's flag. I don't think this one pops as good as the Prussians because it's just the tricolore of the French flag, so the blue, white and red, which is a bit harder to notice, I think, as a background to the box, but still overall the boxes are very, very good. Nice layout to them. So let's have a look what we've got. We have 3 units of line infantry. We have some skirmishing infantry, 3 cannons and 3 brigade commanders, as is usual for an infantry set. So, vive l'Empereur. See a little bit of I'm not going to read it all, but if you want to pause the screen, I'm sure you can have a quick read through of the description. But we can see we've got 3 sprues, 3 bases and the flag leaflet. So let's dive in there and have a look. Now, all my Prussian boxes were packaged by Stu. Let's see if Stu's on a roll at Warlord Games packaging warehouse, distribution warehouse. Let's have a look. Who's going to have a bet on Stew? £5 on Stew, is it? Oh, Vass, good old Victory at Sea. I think he did one of the early units I've got. He, she, sorry, apologies, I don't know. So, the French flag. I don't think I've seen the French leaflet up until now before, or the flag leaflet. I'll turn it the right way around before people from France lynch me. So, no offence meant, but I don't think the flags are as exciting as the Prussians. Not as much to it. These ones are quite good with the bit more regalia on them. Can you actually read that? Or is it too... Let me just look away from the camera and actual... Oh, it's very difficult to read it. That one obviously is a bit easier. You can just about make out the text on those ones. But I mean, you're not going to read it when it's on the battlefield anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously it's historically accurate, I would assume, the flags they use, but just not as exciting to look at. But you know, it's a flag, I suppose. It's not necessarily. I guess these are for the Eagle standard ones. Are you? The Young Guard, Pure Guard Grenadiers. I do like that they're all labelled, and I saw someone else, as they applied the flags, actually use these descriptions and apply them to the base of the troops that they've used that flag on, which is really nice. Although, if I remember it in this video, but if not this video, one of my painting videos, I'll honour the person who that was who did that. I believe it's Leon TT or something along those lines, his name, but I might have got it slightly wrong. It was a very nice idea, and I think I'm going to follow suit with that. So yeah, sorry, apologies, spent a long time on the flag there. So let's have a look at these sprues as usual, and look at this blue plastic. So I've been doing Prussians up until now, so it's good to see the blue. They kind of stand out a little bit more with the blue plastic. I mean, obviously I'm not saying they're more detailed because they're not. You know, the quality of the sculpts is the same. It's just with the blue plastic you can just pick it out a little bit better. So we've got the brigade commander on his horsey, or his oss if you're from where I am. And cannon. And the skirmishers. I really do like the poses of the skirmishers. It does allow Warlord games to just stretch their legs, I guess, a bit more, or their skill set with what they can do on individual figures, individual poses. Is he loading the rifle from the rear there? Or is he, no, maybe he's loading the flintlock, maybe, is it? I don't know the details of these rifles, whether I'd have thought they're loaded from the end of the barrel, or end of the musket. Okay, so we've got the cannon men. That guy eating in with a stick. That guy lighting a cigar with a massive match. I know, I'm only joking. I know that's for ramming down the cannon. Just makes me chuckle when I see them. And the infantry themselves. So they've got kind of great coats, which again, I think really helps with the painting of these figures, because it's going to be one block of colour in a large area and then a wash, and it should just come out quite nicely, and then just pick out the straps. So I think potentially again you can complete these a little bit faster than say the British, which I found had a little bit more detail on the front. No, detail's not the right word, it's just obviously the uniform was different and required just picking out more sections, I guess. So we've got the command stand. Let's have a look. We've got the Eagle standard there. Drummer playing a drum. The officer there. And all the guys. So very nice. That is the set. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stands of infantry, which is obviously enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4 bases, which is a complete line of infantry. And then with the skirmishers here, with 3 sprues of these, obviously you'll be able to produce a skirmishing unit. And then the 3 cannons and 3 brigade commanders. And that is the sprue. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, here we have the French Light Cavalry Brigade. So again, it's a series of unboxing that I'm doing for the Black Powder Epic Battles and the Waterloo campaign set from Warlord Games. Again, nice detail on the box. Lovely painted miniatures that really pop against the dark blue background. So it just looks good on the shelf. Let's open the shrink wrap to remove the reflection and have a look at the set. So many of these items will be in the French starter set, but that is one starter set that I'm not going to have opportunity to actually do an unboxing of, because Captain Bonaparte was too eager and opened it all up. Like the selfish person he is, he opened up his own box set and started making them and painting them before I got my grubby little hands on them to show you guys. Now obviously put in the comments how selfish you think Paul is not to let me have his box set first and open it first, even though it's his. Yeah, it's very I'm opening the box, I haven't shown you the rear yet. So unfortunately we're not going to have the full starter set to open. However, all the sprues that are in the starter set are in these expansions, so we will still get to see the sprues themselves. And we've seen the other expansion set, so we see how they kind of look, how they lay out, and the rule books you get included. The only thing we won't see is the little terrain piece that comes with the French starter set, which he has already built as well. But it's very similar to the British set, which I'll try and show you in a future video. So what do we have? We have, again, this is going to be 3 plastic sprues. This is all like cavalry. It gives us 3 cannons and various cavalry brigades. And I'm not going to tried to guess what they are from the images because I'm just not experienced and knowledgeable enough of Napoleonics. So I'm going to read the blurb. So we've got 4 bases of lancers, 3 bases of hussars, and 4 bases of chasseurs à cheval. And we've got a little bit of blurb there about them if you want to pause and read. But I mean, just that 9-foot long lances, wow, that would be a scary sight charging towards you. Let's open it up and have a look now. All the Prussians were packed by Stew. The first French so far has been by Vaz. What's our money on for this one? So flag leaf it's come out. Unfortunately it looks like it's got a bit crumpled in the box, but I'm sure over the course of many boxes you'll be able to find replacement flags if they are damaged, which they don't look to be. There's enough of a margin to protect the flag from that damage, so they all look good. So we've looked at that flag on the infantry sprue in more detail. There's the stands, push them over there, and here who packed it, and bets ready. Oh, shot out the blue. I've not seen this name before. Cosmina. Oh, we all lost some money on that one, I think. So let's have a look at the sprue. Okay, naturally they're all cavalry models, apart from obviously the cannon. So we've got our little bugles up there. These are standard, so I guess you can equip some of your cavalry models with a standard. Now, does that mean you can put them on any horse, or is there a specific one it gets attached to? I wonder. Trying to see if one's missing a hand and therefore it would be his. Does that come with a hand attached to it? Yeah, it looks like a hand there. So I'm guessing one of these models will have an arm sticking out with a hand missing, and it would attach to him. Can't see it offhand. Sorry. No, I'm guessing it's there. I mean, it might be on the other side as well. No, I think all those arms are holding weapons. Yeah, so it must be one of these. Okay, I'm not sure, but yeah, it looks like you can equip some of the riders with a standard. So if we have a look at the guys themselves, again, some great sculpts on these plastics. Quite clearly see all the weapons, all the straps, all the buttons even. The various units. I'm not going to attempt to say which ones are which. I'm sure you all know. Wow. Bit of sprue on the flag of that piece. There we go. That is the sprue. So you got 3 of those, obviously, to build the contents on the back of the box. See you soon on another unboxing. Okay, unboxing number 733. The French Heavy Cavalry Brigade. So again, Black Powder Epic Battles, Waterloo Campaign by Warlord Games. Similar sort of layout, or exactly the same layout as all the others. Nice dark blue screen with the flag in the kind of shadow effect on the background, and lovely painted models that really pop against that background. Let's remove the shrink wrap to remove reflection and my face. And have a good look at the box. So again, as usual, 3 plastic sprues, 3 bases and a flag leaflet. And we can see the contents here. So many types of cavalry. It looks like some kind of heavy cavalry, but we'll read it in a second. And 3 cannons. So we have 4 bases of cuirassiers. Not sure how to say that. 3 bases of carabiniers and 3 bases of dragoons. And a 3-gun horse artillery 6-pounder battery. So I'm not going to try and say them again, but there we can see it's France's heavy strike force and proven themselves throughout Europe on every battlefield against a host of enemies. Well armed and armoured and intelligently led, these are big men on big horses. 2/3 of them in shining steel and copper armour bright in the Belgian sunlight. Some regiments have taken their beloved eagle standards on the field of battle as rallying points. We have included these options for those wishing to field them in all their glory. So that's kind of what we saw on the other sprue, that you could add the standard to some of the models. You can probably work out which ones, if you refer to this image, possibly, but it might be that it's actually quite universal. I'm not sure. Let's open it up and have a look. Right, who are we going to guess or bet on that packed this? So we've had Vass that's done 1 French. We've had, oh man, I forgot the name. Karamina or something, I think it was. That's packed 1 and Stu did all the Prussians. Who was it? You know, who's your money on? Mirella. So we've got 3 bases. Have the leaflet in there. I'm not going to get it out just so it doesn't get damaged, but we'll see. In fact, I will get it out because I need to use it as a base against the sprue. And we have 3 sprues of these, all cavalry with a cannon, and there we can see the standards as well. So let's have a quick look at the standards. So it looks probably the same sculpt, and there's the bugles as well as the light cavalry set, and the cannon again with slightly different posed gunners, which is nice. At least you have some variety between the possibly if they've got the same size gun, you can probably mix and match the gunners between the light and heavy cavalry to give you some kind of variation in your units. And there we have the units. Again, lovely sculpts. Each one slightly different pose to give some, you know, a unique look to each one in the unit. Not just ranks and ranks of exactly the same pose, which is a really nice touch. I mean, at this scale, it could have been very easy to do that and just have everything the same pose. But they've gone that extra mile and give everyone a unique position. Very good. Turn them over. Again, I'm going to rely on you guys to actually know and name them, because without the building guides in front of me, I don't really know. And the French anyway, I don't care. The only good French unit is a dead French unit. Obviously we're talking gaming here, not real life. I'll just clarify that. So we can see the rifles on them. Lovely, lovely sculpts. And there we go. I'm not looking forward to those charging my men down. I think they're going to hit pretty hard in the game. So there we go. I'll see you again soon for another unboxing. Okay, we're back, and last but no means least, French Middle and Old Guard expansion. Purposely left till last because this is not in the starter set, so all these items should be new, even though I didn't open the French starter set anyway. But these items will be different to what you can get in there. So again, as I've said in the other unboxings I've done, just a nice layout of these boxes, just just makes the models pop and fly off the shelf, I'm sure. I'm sure you're the same as me, walking into the shop, handing just a big fistful of dollars, pound notes in your hand, saying, "Take my money." Okay, let's have a look. Lots and lots and lots more infantry. So we've got the 3 lines of infantry again, 4 bases per line and then 2 rows per base. Got some flanking companies here, 3 brigade commanders and 3 cannons. So there we go, 3 sprues, 3 bases and a flag leaflet. So what have we got? Lots of blurb here. I'm not going to read it all. But they were paid better uniforms, and had a swagger that carried them all over Europe. So these are the creme de la creme of the French army. And if I remember right, if I can get up close to the image and get it in focus, they've all got moustaches, and I really insist that Paul Bonaparte paints all those moustaches, because if he doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, they don't count as old guard, and he doesn't therefore get the stats or use those stats in the game. So there you go, Paul. Challenge laid down, gauntlet thrown, or gauntlet slapped in your face. You've got to paint all those moustaches to use them. I'm just imagining what his response to that is going to be already. In fact, I believe he's already said, "Can you get decals for moustaches?" So he could just use decals and apply decals. I mean, I think that would be even harder than painting them, to be honest, at the time. Look how small that is next to my thumbnail. But anyway, what we got: 80 soldiers, 3 guard battalions, with accompanying officers. Now we can see bearskin hats. We've added a few extra heads for those who wish to further differentiate their units, and can replace some of them with shako or the bonnet to convey the poorly supplied middle guard. Wow, that's good. That's a nice touch. We'll have a look at that when we get inside. Also included Marines of the Guard and Engineers of the Guard. So that's these 2 guys over here. To cover the guard in the attack Napoleon fielded his lovely daughter's large 12-pounder cannons. Ouch. Ouchie ouch. Let's get it in there and have a look. Who's going to pack this last French set? I think it's been a different one each time so far. So we've got the flag leaflet, 3 bases, and it's good old Stew. Now let's have a look at a sprue. In fact, just double check, they are identical, aren't they? Yep. So how are these laid out? 'Cause I think I heard it say additional heads. Oh yeah, there we can see the additional heads there. How cool is that? So you can chop off the head and add these guys instead. That's a really nice touch. I don't fancy doing it personally. Oh, look at him. Look at that swish hat. I guess that's for one of these guys, maybe. Yep. So we can see the humongous cannon. Brigade commander. Let's turn him around so you can see it properly. Cannon crew. His fingers in his ears. And there's the old guard, I think. Yep, with their bearskin hats, isn't it? That's right. Their moustaches, as you can see, so the moustaches are sculpted onto the figures. Teeny tiny moustaches sculpted on. So he's got to paint them, really, hasn't he? I think you'll agree with me there. He has to paint them because it's actually on the figure. Very, very nice. Again, another unit I'm not looking forward to ploughing into my troops. There we go, just lay out for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 units there. So that's 5 bases. How did the box look? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry. Oh yeah, so some of these are going to be the engineers and the, what was it? The engineers and Marines of the Guard. So must be these guys here. Guessing they're maybe the Marines. I'm assuming the engineers would have something about them that looks would be the engineers. Okay, this one up here. So it could be these, the engineers, I don't really know. And then these are the Marines, maybe, possibly. There's a bit of flashing between the rifle and the helmet of that one. Oh, actually of all of them. Okay. Cool. And there we go. That is the Old Guard box set. And that is the last of the French I had to open. So I can now give all these models back to my colleagues, my opponents, my brothers in arms, so they can start making them and painting them. And then hopefully very, very soon, as soon as possible, we'll get a battle report for you guys. Until then, I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.